Admittedly, I didn't know much about olive trees or the process of making olive oil before this trip. One of the things that I found amazing with talking to Paulo about his trees specifically, these trees are about 60 to 80 years old on average. And then we also got to go and see some trees that were at least 200 or 300 years old. And it really made me think about longevity and this ability to be able to create and be a part of something that will likely outlive you. And what does it mean for something to stand the test of time? Hello from Itri, Italy. Join me as we go through the process of harvesting olives, taking them to the press, and having a tasting at the end. I'll even show some interviews from some local entrepreneurs and talk about their process every year, as well as an exciting thing that we're doing next year to get you to be able to participate in the experience as well. So we made it to Itri, about a couple hours south of Rome. You'll see them harvesting olives in the background. We get to interview Paulo, his uncle, a little bit later, talk a little bit more about why we're here and what we're gonna do.
All right, first you turn it on. Start high, if Paulo's watching especially. Watch it rain. It's raining tacos. And you're like combing the tree. So it's actually not always that easy to see.
Morning from Itri, just finished second full night here. Yesterday, amazing experience. We got to harvest the olives and explore a bit of the nearby towns. Excited for the new day has to hold. Just finishing up morning walk and taking this all in. What's your name?
Simone, nice to meet you guys.
And where are you from, Simone?
I'm originally from Lucca, which is a small town in Tuscany, close by Florence.
Okay, and tell me a little bit more about what you were saying about the difference between the olives in Itri and in Tuscany and in other regions.
So Itri being in Lazio is quite similar to Tuscany. Like I believe the southern you go, the bigger the olives are. And in fact, the biggest olives you can find in Italy are from Apulia, which is the hill of Italy. Italy being a boot, the hill region is called Apulia, and they have like much bigger olives. And in fact, they produce so much more. It's questionable who has the best olives, like it depends, I guess, on every year. But it's not that if they're bigger, they're better. But definitely in Puglia, they produce way much more than us. A few years ago, they have a huge problem with sickness in Apulia. So they have to actually burn a lot of olive trees and to stop that illness to get to the next olives. So I think in Tuscany and Lazio we still have a good game in terms of olive oil and olives. Yeah.
And what else is, whether it's the type of cheese or other stuff, is like famous from your region or things that it's known for?
In Tuscany we're mostly known for meat, similar to Emilia-Romagna where Bologna is. But for example, in Tuscany is very famous the Florentine steak, the Fiorentina. In my city, in Lucca, the most famous thing that is like you should try at least one time, but you have to like meat because it's meat on meat. It's called tordello lucchese.
Tordello lucchese.
Nice. So tordello is only said in some part of Tuscany, mostly in Lucca. They means tortelli. Tortelli is like a bigger tortellini. Tortellini is the small one. In Italian, when you put ini, it means small. So tordello lucchese is a meat ravioli, basically, with on top bolognese, ragu, as we call it. So that's the best. We have a lot of traditional dishes, but not as many as Rome, maybe as all the pastas. But tordello lucchese and a few other things are very, very good.
Perfect. Tortello Lucchese.
Tordello Lucchese. Yes.
Perfect.
You will love it. Maybe you don't. I don't know if you eat a little bit.
Yeah, I do. Yeah.
Okay, so then you will love it. Is the best ones are the small one, because you can eat one without cutting it, and you just. How do you say that? In English, like, do you have a way to say things that you eat in one bite? One bite food?
No, that's a good question. I don't think so. No.
In Italian, we say al boccone.
Al boccone.
Al boccone.
Al boccone.
Al means at, something like that.
Yeah.
And boccone means one bite.
Yeah.
So boccone is like one. Yeah, there you go. So yeah.
Perfect. Grazie mille.
Grazie a te.
Reflecting on a couple days so far in Itri, and this experience is reminding me a lot of when I hiked the Camino de Santiago. Not just for the mountains, but just overall the experience of going and exploring the small towns and getting a bit off the beaten path. Check out that video if you haven't seen it already. Yesterday we had the opportunity to harvest the olives. Join me as we learn about the process to press it into olive oil.
So come, we show you how to make olive oil. So as you can see, olive oil arrive in big batches, and it's landed on this machine, and then open up there with machines such as this one to wash them. This is a machine to wash. The olives pretty basic, so the olives get transferred up to a bigger basket that wash them from, products and things like that with temperature water. Then the olives get transferred into another machine that bring them to basically one of the most important part, which is the squeezing part, where the olives get crushed. And you can see the process from the other side. We'll show you in a moment. This different machine is because they can process multiple olive treatment at the same time, and normally one is for one client, the second one is for another client, the third one is for another client. So they can process per oil at the same time. Like that. It looks like a pate, like an olive pate. It looks very yummy. This machine is obviously, as anything, is a new technology. This substitutes the press. So in this machine there is the pressing of the of the olives, and they get squeezed as much as possible. And you get the first olive oil from this machine. The first oil, you can see it from here, and this is not yet the final product. This machine brings olive oil together with water, the water coming from the olives, of course. The last part of the machine is over there, where there is actually the separation between olive oil and the water. We can see it over there. So if you point over there, you can see that sometimes you can see water, sometimes you can see olive oil, and this machine separates the two of them, recognizing the chemical components and the physical components. And this is actually the final product that we just taste. Everyone thinks that olive oil is yellow, but when it first came out, it's more green. It's actually green, not real yellow. Back in the days, this machine was not available, so they used to put olive oil in like big basket. They used to put it in like very big bathtub. Olive goes up, water stays down, it's natural, and they scoop it out. Now, thanks to this machine, they do it automatically. Okay.
Che dà spessore, diciamo, a tutto, no?
In English.
So first thing, it doesn't happen every day that you can pour so much oil, because we're producers, it's a special thing that we pour so much, right? So that's one thing. The second thing, you said the best would be you eat a little bit of bread with the oil on top, but you also put some olive oil in a little glass on the side and you sip it, yeah? Or with the meat. So either bread or meat and then you stick the oil on the side.
Dove è necessario, per esempio la qualità si fanno con tecnologia moderna, non si fa più con le molazze, con i frantoi antichi. Quindi questa cosa qui, diciamo, ci ha portato un po' a uno sguardo al futuro, ovviamente anche studiando, capendo come si fa. È la prima volta che abbiamo fatto una sana coltivazione, sane pratiche agronomiche. Abbiamo fatto questo prodotto sano, l'abbiamo portato in un frantoio moderno, abbiamo iniziato a fare quest'olio e là ci abbiamo immaginato che c'era un futuro in mezzo.
Okay, traduco.
Sì.
Traduco. His grandfather and father were doing this. He comes from a farming family, but at some point he tasted quality oil and he did this. He told me earlier. He did a biodynamic course, and he got really passionate, and he tried the first time to follow all the practices by putting together tradition, but also breaking tradition when it's needed. And so everything that is like tradition, like using manure that he keeps, but the machines to press, he use the modern ones because that's where the quality comes out from. And so he mixes technology with the traditional way of doing the land with organic and biodynamic practices. And when he did it the first time and he got his first oil, it was like, oh gosh, I'm on something here. So and he decided to continue and to even push further into the practices. So that's all.
Here reflecting on our last day in Itri and what an experience it has been. From getting here and getting to experience going through the harvest and helping to get them off the vine, to going to the press and seeing that process and the machinery and the technology behind it to preserve the olives for as long as possible when they made into olive oil, all the way to us having a tasting today and connecting with the local entrepreneurs and the farmers and everyone involved in the ecosystem that makes it possible. This started off as an idea with our friend Paulo. Thank you for hosting us, Paulo, as well as Adam, who had came a few years ago, and he wanted some of his other fellow entrepreneurs and innovators and investors and just people who are doing amazing work in the world to be able to come and experience this regenerative agriculture and kind of get away from the city and do some other things. And we had the seeding for this idea of doing this retreat. So this year was the first year that we prototyped it with just ourselves, and now we're looking forward and we're excited that we're going to make it into something even bigger and better in next year and the years to come. So if that's something that you would like to participate in or that you think that you might be interested, you can look in the below in the description. We'll have a link to the waiting list to be able to find out more about what's going on and how you can get involved.